Hello everyone, how's it going? This is going to be a special video. This is going to be different from the ones I usually do, which are my collection of comics. This is going to be my brother Dean Schnell showing off some of his comics. So I'm going to introduce you to him now. So take it away, Dean.
Hello YouTubers. I'm Craig's brother. I have made one YouTube video before. That was on my a few of the records that I showed off, because I'm mainly into records, or I was, as a record dealer. But now I'm also into comics. I've been into them for years, went off them for a long while, but also I've gone back to them in the last year or so. So yeah, I'd like to just show you a few of the ones that I've picked up lately. Now.
Yeah, some wicked ones here, Dean, I tell you.
Yeah. Right, actually, before I start with the comics, I just forgot, I'll show you a couple of records that are, can be related to comics, one of them especially. The first one is this Dalek EP on Century 21 Records, where they actually call Doctor Who in it, which is quite interesting. And it's excerpts from The Adventure of the Chase of William Hartnell. Yeah, it's a very good record and highly collectible. That's that one. And then this record, which is more in common with what I'm doing tonight. It's a record called Nobody Loves the Hulk by a group called The Traits. It's an American garage single. I'll show you the label as well. On Queen City Records, Nobody Loves the Hulk from 1969. And it's a good little Marvel tie-in. Yeah. Collectible little item. Well, now we'll go on to the comics. I'm big Jack Kirby fans. We'll kick off with a couple of Jack Kirby's creations. Mr. Miracle #2, which is a tremendous comic. Love the artwork there, love the cover. Yeah, very great book. And the second one is the Forever People #2, equally great. Tremendous storyline in there, which of course carries on in the what's that series called?
The Forever People.
Part of the something series, isn't it? The something World series, is it? Neverworld? Something like that.
Right, I'm not too sure because I've not really read a lot of the Forever People.
No.
Anyway. It's one I want to check out though.
Next one, it features the very first artwork by Jim Steranko. It's Spyman #1 from Harvey, dated 1966. I think he only contributes a little bit to the comic, mainly the title page. But yeah, that's an interesting artifact, historic artifact to have. Yeah, very good. The next one is a classic edition of House of Mystery from November 1960. Classic cover. And yeah, a fascinating comic. A bit wider than the normal House of Mysteries that I've been used to. It's quite a large size comic, really.
Yeah, it's almost like the 50s ones, like the EC sort of size comics.
Yeah. The next one is A House of Secrets, #80, which I love the cover, featuring Eclipso and the Giant Eclipso. Yeah, wacky and way out stuff. Also featuring Prince Rahman, the Mind Master. That's another comic from 1966.
Yeah, it's one nice cover.
And then we've got a lovely Ditko comic here, Captain Atom, #86.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's a lovely comic. I think I have to go to Craig to ask him what company it is. Do you know what company this is, Craig?
CDC.
CDC.
I thought it was Charlton, but
yeah, I actually thought it was Charlton.
Done a lot of stuff for Charlton around that time, and
yeah,
not too specifically sure.
Yeah, Charlton Comics Group, CDC.
Oh, right. Oh, that's the full name for them.
Okay, so CGC is Carlton Comic Group.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's
It's a lovely comic, that.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, well good cover.
Next up, on to Marvel Comics. And this is I didn't get the whole strip in Tales to Astonish, but I've got the whole story of the very first Leader story, which of course goes on for ages. I've got the first instalment in the Hulk Annual King Size Special number 2, and then that carries on with this is an original. It's Tales to Astonish number 68 from 1965. And that's a lovely looking comic. Then one in a slightly lesser grade, it's a sort of VG number 69. Equally
great
good
Leader
story.
cover.
It's a great Leader cover, yeah. And then finally the Hulk Annual number 3, which finishes off the story in fantastic style. And a lovely cover there again, I think.
It's good to have them all together, all the
Yeah,
parts.
certainly is. Yeah. And not only that though, I've also got the rest of the Silver Age Leader. We've got Hulk number 115, 116, The Eve of Annihilation, number 117, which I've got in particularly good condition.
Yeah, it's well
I'd say it's a very fine.
Yeah.
And it's probably the best out of these 4 actually. It's a great comic. And then finally the last Silver Age appearance, number 123.
Oh, that contraption he's in looks awesome.
Yeah, the murder module. Yeah, great invention of the Leaders. Well, that's that series. Then we've got a key issue here. First appearance of the Stranger in X-Men number 11, May 1965. And I've been told by my brother that this is a particularly hard comic to find in good condition.
Yeah, I never seem to find any copies. The best copy I've seen on eBay basically has been a VG Plus.
Yeah.
There's no word of a lie.
This is a VG minus copy with a frayed spine and a few creases.
Still, it's
but
great.
It's still
book.
fine inside, you know.
Great book.
Good readable copy. That's that one. Then we got a lovely, very fine copy of the second run of Doctor Strange, number 1.
Oh, that's one I'm after.
Frank Brunner is the artist in this particular issue. Great art there on the cover. Yeah, I picked this one up for £1 actually, off someone who works in a charity shop.
That was an absolute bargain.
Yeah, total bargain, that one. And then we got a reprint comic. We've got Dr. Druid, quite an obscure character. He originally appeared in, if you should let me know, Craig, what did he originally appear in?
Amazing Adventures. That was
Amazing
before
Adventures
it turned
series.
into Amazing Adult Fantasy.
Yeah, so he's from an obscure sort of era in Marvel's history.
Yeah.
And he's like a forerunner possibly to Doctor Strange, something like that.
Yeah,
An interesting character, and art by the great Jack Kirby in there as well. It's very nice.
Yeah, great.
And we've got 3 FF comics, kicking off with number 28, classic issue, great cover, just a great comic all round, featuring the Mad Thinker and the Puppet Master, and of course guest star in the X-Men. Lovely comic.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we have number 23, The Master Plan of Doctor Doom.
Yeah, very nice.
Another great comic, superb cover.
The best villain.
Greatest villain in Marvel history, yes, both me and Craig agree on that.
Yeah.
Yep, great comic. And then my oldest Fantastic Four comic, key issue of course. First appearance of the Red Ghost, and even more interestingly, the first appearance of the Watcher.
Yeah, wicked.
Great issue there. Always loved this comic, right back to when I first read it in Mighty World of Marvel when I was a kid. Yeah, just had to have this one when I saw it for the price, which was cheap. That's that one. Then I've got all 3 Silver Age appearances of the Scorpion. His last appearance was in Captain America 122 in the 60s. Artwork by Gene Colan. Great stuff. And then we've got Spider-Man number 29, his second appearance. That's a Penn's copy, but to no avail.
Penn's variant.
It's a nice copy.
Yeah, it's great.
And one of the things I love about the Scorpion is he puts up a bloody good fight, and I like the fight in this comic. And of course in his first appearance as well. Tremendous battles.
Yeah. Yes, this is your copy?
Yeah, this is my own particular copy, which I bought before Craig.
Yeah.
And he when he saw this copy, he just had to have his own copy.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but I actually didn't. I picked it up mainly for the fight, which I always loved. I know, stupidly, but there you go.
It's good to have a good punch up. See a good punch up in a book.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. And I didn't realise that this particular comic was so hard to get, because I picked it up for quite a reasonable price. But yes.
Yeah, it's lovely. That
bit of a bargain, really.
Yep.
So that's those.
Completely.
And I just had to buy this again. You know, I mean, it's in only fair sort of condition. But you know, it's got a rough spine there, and it's got a lot of spine roll. But it is a very rare comic, and I didn't pay a lot for this. Not for how rare it is. And it's another one I've always loved. Yeah, Avengers number 2.
November 1963.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it's actually the same month as Tales to Astonish 49, which was the introduction of Giant Man. So they both came out in the same month. So it's the first appearance of Giant Man as well, officially.
It's the first joint appearance sort of thing, both comics.
That's it. And to finish off with my oldest comic that I have, and a total bargain again. I only paid £52 for this on eBay. Total bargain. And it's Wow number 3 from July 1941 from the Fawcett Company, who were most famous for Captain Marvel, of course.
Oh, it's superb, this comic.
It's a great comic.
I'd love to have.
There's some great artwork in there, lovely colour and inks.
Mr. Scarlet and the Hunchback.
The Hunchback, one of the oddest superheroes of all time.
Weird.
Very odd indeed, always battling gangsters as well. But what an odd character. He seems to look a bit like the original Charles Lawton version of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. So yeah, and he didn't appear for many issues. I think he'd gone by issue 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I think issue 7 he'd gone by, so a very obscure superhero. And
probably one of the most
treasured comic for my collection.
That's great.
Okay, that's all from me for tonight. I will be back with another video in the near future, so I look forward to doing that, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.